So I've now put down the decking in this stone room. The boards are just so that I can walk across it easily. The hempcrete isn't completely dry underneath, that's going to take a long time, but I'm going to top it up now with another layer of hempcrete that will be flush with these decking boards. I'll go in quickly and show you something. So these are the decking boards, Nordic pine, and they're narrower than the other ones that were on sale, which means they're cheaper, which is fine because these are wide enough for me, but it saved me about €50. And the idea is from William Stanwix. It was Mr. Hempcrete, and you put them down with the ridges of the decking facing downwards so that they grip a little bit more into the hempcrete. I'm overlapping them just because it means I don't really have to cut them a lot, and also it just means that line in the middle has got even more, it's a bit more sturdy. And under here, around the door, oops, I've put some of the offcuts around the door because obviously that's going to be a high traffic, it's a window, it's not going to be used all the time. It's going to be a high traffic area, so I want to make sure that there is more support there. I've also got two lines where they're very close together, one over there, because I've calculated that the floorboards, when they go in next time I'm here, I don't want all the joins in front of the door, and because they're 2 meters long and the room is just under 4 meters, they would obviously all meet in the middle if I did it like that. I'm not going to do it like that anywhere, but in particular in front of the door I don't want any joins. So I want the 2 meter lengths to go from around here to the other side, but again I don't want them to be matching up anywhere, so I hope that makes sense. I've got that from there, from the middle of this one will be 2 meters to the middle of this one, and then I'll alternate, and the start will be there and it will come to the middle of this one, if that makes sense. So yeah, then there'll be no joins for this whole section in front of the door, and my bed is going to be in this section here, so I don't mind about that at all. But again, it's got extra support in the middle if needed. But yeah, it just saves me cutting, like I say. So yeah, I'm ready to put the next layer in because it's only 25mm, these boards. It's not going to make an awful lot of difference to, which is 1 inch, so it's not going to make an awful lot of difference to the drying time. But it's all going to dry out while I'm away before I come back and put the floorboards in. So in order for the floor to dry, you're not supposed to put anything on it. The decking, I am saying that does not count. But yeah, I can't put any heavy objects on it, so my kitchen, again, is just going to be a storeroom for everything until I get back. And my caravan is also a storage room, so they're the only 2 inside spaces that I have where I have to put everything, because I'm also thinking about fire risks as well, so I've got loads of stuff out back piled up. That all needs to come in so that the house is the safest part of my land, and that includes gas bottles, which I didn't think about until my friend told me. I thought they were safer out, but no, they're safer in. If there's a fire and it's in the house, then your house is gone anyway, but if it's outside and your gas bottle's outside, your gas bottle might blow, and that might cause an even bigger fire. So yeah, gas bottles need to come in. My caravan one and the one for the house, which are both kept outside normally. My canisters for petrol, for the pump, etc. All things that I've never had to really think about very much before. Outside, there's the fly screen on there, you can't really see, but I've put gravel all the way around the caravan and moved the caravan right into the middle of it, so it's a tiny little fire break. At least, so if it's a small fire, hopefully there'll be no fire, but if it is a small one, then at least this area is now a little bit safer because of the gravel around the caravan. So I was constantly having to weed around it and you know, things grow underneath it all the time. So I'm not really into gravel, especially gravel driveways. But if it means that my caravan is in a much safer position if a fire comes through, then I'll take that. So yeah, there's lots of cardboard around there for raised beds I'm going to put in around here. So yeah, there's still lots to do before I leave. I've got 2 weeks and counting, but at least the floor, oh, I just bumped my head, it's a very small doorway. At least the walls are ready for plastering when I get back. They'll have a lime plaster on there, and the floor will be ready for its floorboards.